Hey there, Jen here. I'm getting a little time on the beach before the crowds come for the art fest today. I feel so much better when I get outside, so I'm happy to be here and to be outside with you today. I'll try not to squint, it's very bright. But yeah, I want to talk a little bit about what my journey has been in order to free myself from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, really Saturday and Sunday, a lot of the times, type of work that we have in this society. I worked like that for 26 years. I would say that the last 5 years I worked really hard towards creating a balance at work for myself and my team. And it actually was going quite well, but inside I was really unhappy. And I didn't know why, because at some point in my career, I actually did enjoy it quite a bit. And I think that the way I look at it now is that when you start becoming, or when I started becoming more of a run and operate what exists as it is today kind of person, because that was the expectation of the job, it became very dissatisfying for me. And I definitely worked really hard. Well, I worked at making changes at work, I would say, to try to be able to do the things that were interesting to me. But it just wasn't the environment that was where I wanted to be and what I wanted to be doing. And so I ended up leaving a couple months ago the job. It was a hard decision. I thought about it for 2 years, and I was so attached to the people that I worked with for so long that emotionally it was very difficult for me to consider leaving. And then, of course, there's the comfort of income that in California, it's still so expensive to live here that it's like, okay, it's healthy income, but it's going a lot to the cost of living, you know. But I knew that I also wanted to change, meaning I didn't want to just go get another job that was the same thing that I had been doing, but just a new twist on it. I knew that I was changing as a person. And so I worked for 2 years, did a lot of workshops and self-reflection workshops, exposing myself to different types of people, and getting coaching, which I still get coaching. I have an amazing coach that I love, that really helped me to realize that there's a lot of programming that comes with keeping us in supporting the system that may at one point have served us, but it's not forever necessarily. And it's like, how do you make that leap out into what's more of an authentic life for yourself, right? And there was a lot to unpack there for 2 years. And it's kind of funny because as I started getting coaching 2 years ago, I immediately started getting raises at work, and things at work on all these opportunities were becoming available to me. But the thing is that when you get coached, you start to really unveil what's important to you, not just become a better worker bee. It might be both that's happening. And slowly over time, I was realizing, wow, this is really not me. This is really not the authentic Jen. This is what Jen has been doing to make a good living, which is, there's no shame in that whatsoever. It got me to California. It got me to a place in California that I love to live, and a lifestyle that is, uniquely mine, I would call it. I definitely have not followed a traditional path, although I have tried the traditional stuff like buying a home and all that. And I talk about that in my other video a little bit. So, I mean, it definitely had a lot of gifts. But I think the biggest gift overall is me coming back to me and giving myself the space and the time to realize that that's where I really need to be and what I really need to be doing. And part of that is, my original goals when I first got into the computer industry was I will do the computer job during the day and I will do art at night, because I originally was an art student. And I loved art, but when I was in my 20s and working as a bank teller and going to school at night for art, I loved it, but I just couldn't see a path forward at that time. I mean, that was a long time ago, and I was in a different place too. And I just felt like, oh, I'm never gonna be able to travel, get beyond where I'm at doing this. Now, I don't know that that was a correct thought. That is just what I thought at that time. And so I did the next thing, which was I chose something that I thought might be interesting to learn. So I definitely had an interest in computers and learning how they worked, but I had no idea where it was going to go for me. And 26 years later, I'm in California, and I just quit my big tech job. Very good job at one of the famous big tech companies, which I'm not going to name because I want to keep everything, everybody and everything in a safe place and for people. And here I am still yearning to be that artist. And now I'm at my town art festival, which I love, my little town. And I actually went there yesterday and saw my art mentor, and she's incredible. And to be honest, yesterday I wasn't feeling so great because I had been in the house for a few days, and that always leads to me not feeling wonderful. I have to get out more. And it was very crowded, and it was amazing to see all the art. And I was intimidated. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I was like, oh my God, look at all these incredible artists here in my area. And I immediately went down to that low vibe mode of I'm never gonna measure up. I'm never gonna be as good, and it's gonna take so much work. And okay, I'm gonna put my sunglasses on because I can't take it. Where are they? And I mean, it mainly was that because I was tired and I was kind of just really pushing it yesterday. And I have a little post-it note up on my wall that says, when you're tired, you tend to lose faith in yourself. So just let yourself rest and don't go down that rabbit hole. And so that's what I did yesterday. I looked at my low-tech post-it note on the wall and was like, oh yeah, okay, this is normal. This is normal. This is what happens when I'm tired. Anyway, I feel much better today because I got 10 hours of sleep, and I'm up and I'm out and I'm talking to you outside at the beach before all the crowds come in, and it's just such a cool vibe. And then later today, I'm doing a painting class of how to paint your pet, and it's a local, painting studio that has different types of things to paint. And I love paint. I love pet paintings, or dog paintings and cat paintings, and making them fun. So I'm excited to do this class, and I will definitely post the result of that, maybe a little bit if it comes out good. If it doesn't come out good, I might not post it. But part of the learning journey is celebrating the fact that you're doing the work, whether or not the result is good, putting the time in, right? Because, one of the things that kept me from leaving my job was, oh my gosh, I've got to go find something as high paying, but in a totally different industry so that I could just keep up my lifestyle, and I have security, and the yada yada yada. But I was like, I need to go learn stuff, and in order to go learn stuff that I want to learn, it's gonna take time, and time is not what I have with this job. It was like job, work, do things to keep the company running, order DoorDash because I don't have the energy to cook. It's like this weird vicious cycle that you get in when you're super busy. Anyway, long story short, there are so many benefits to the fact that I have the time to pursue the things that I love now, which are like the Frenchie painting class. And I feel like the things that I am interested in developing in myself, I have like 6 projects going on right now, and I've put my life off for so long that it's just like I'm just dying to do it all, right? So anyway, I hope this helps to, I don't know, give you an idea of what it's like to step out into the unknown, and with no guarantees, really. I don't have any guarantees on anything other than myself, and putting my next step forward, I'll call it. I'm not even call it work, because it doesn't feel like work. It feels good to invest in myself. And for sure, same as when I was working in the morning, when I get up, there is a temptation to just sit on that couch all day. And that's why I get up in the morning and get outside and do things like talk to you. So anyway, I think that's enough for today. We'll do more videos on some of that other stuff I was talking about and go more in depth. But thanks for being here. And I hope that, this has been helpful for you to think about your own journey and what you're doing, and whether or not you want to invest in yourself more, and if this gives you any insight into that. All right, have an awesome day, and I love you, and I'll see you next time.